2020? I'm running in 2020 for president, also 2016.
2020?
2020, I'm running for president.
I don't know.
Huh? Okay. Hardest part of organizing the event tonight was getting all the people here. We had to get some incentives. You might be able to see some of the people have glow necklaces on and things like that. You know, that's our patriotic turn. They're red, blue, and green. We couldn't get red, white, and blue. They were out. Most memorable thing tonight was actually probably the standing ovation I got at the end of the speech. I mean, you know, there's a lot of applause and a lot of standing. I don't necessarily know if that qualifies as a standing ovation. They kind of cleared out a little quickly. You know, I'm going to be doing speeches all around the country for the next 12 to 16 years. And I hope to get my point out by then that I want to run for president, and I've got many, many good reasons for doing so. My biggest obstacle is actually money. We're trying to do a lot of fundraising right now. I think we raised quite a few dollars with the glow necklaces tonight. We sold at least 5 or 6 before I cut off relations with the salesmen. They went off in their own directions, but I made sure to spearhead that on my own.
You seem very optimistic at this point.
That is actually one of my biggest campaign goals, to remain optimistic regardless of the actual facts of the election or of the nomination process. You guys voting in 2020?
Absolutely.
Here, check me out. I'm going to be running that. So I'm not eligible yet. I'm only 23, but in 2016 I'm going to run. I might not win in 2016.
Jason?
Okay. Thank you. I think it's good to start young, which is why I'm starting my Future Voters Initiative this year, where I'm going to be touring the elementary schools and talking to second graders about the biggest obstacles they're going to have as grown-ups and the kind of decisions they're going to have to make in another 16 years, including voting for president.
You know, he's serving his country. He's doing what every American should do in some way or other, you know, at some point in their lives, you know, give back to this great land of ours, because it's such a great privilege to live in a country where we have so many freedoms. He's sincere. He doesn't have an agenda or a plan. I'm sure he has a vision, but you know what he says is from the heart. That's really the way I am too. You know, we're 2 peas in a pod. I think it's a great idea. I applaud him for it, because I'll tell you why. Because, you know, no one's ever done it before. And, you know, why not? Why not get the word out? Just because no one's ever done it before we went on the moon, they thought it was a silly idea. Big deal. Because his name in 12 and 16 years from now, it's gonna be a household name. You know?
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on.
I grew up in upstate New York with Jason. He brought me on because I've got a good knowledge for looks or fashion, and he brought me on to help his look, to help him appeal to the masses, which is, I think, what I'm an expert at. We grew up in a town of like 200 people. founded 2 years before the American Revolution. There was nothing to do there except get beat up by rednecks. So we spent most of our time hanging out, filming things.
Daniel and Jason's Comedy Hour. Starring Daniel Gomler and Jason Klom. Producer, Jason Klom. Cameraman, Jason Klom. Videotape artist, Jason Klom.
Some kids suck their thumb, some kids sleep with a blanket. He slept with his camera. I mean, the kid loved the camera. I mean, I suppose if Steven Spielberg slept with the camera, I guess that would be okay, because he's a filmmaker. That's why Jason is where he is today, because he's so comfortable in front of people, in front of the cameras following him. You know, you can say what you want about Jason, but he's comfortable in front of that camera.
I'm just trying to stay out of the way of everybody else in the entire town, because they're all idiots, and I hate every last one of them to this day. In fact, when I get a Facebook request from anybody, I decline it with a message saying, "F you."
I've known Jason for a long time. We actually met in 3rd grade. You know, we were both interested in politics. He was always sort of the idealist, though. When I started a campaign to get chocolate milk in our school, he didn't understand that we needed to have people sign petitions, we needed to get letters out, and he just didn't always get that. I mean, we spent about, I was amazed. We actually, for $75, we got this chocolate milk suit that he wore, and he did, I mean, I have to say, he did a fabulous job in terms of his performance, and I definitely think that it helped. I mean, he was always gung-ho.
For a little while, we did a few politically minded things with our sketches.
Sir, I've got some bad news. The blizzard's just hit.
My inauguration, what about that?
Well, we're gonna have to cancel your limo ride down the avenue.
I don't know if that really influenced his final decision. We were filming so many different styles.
Number 1. There's number 2. There's number 3.
All she did was spend her time with local politicians filming them. At 14 and 15, that's just not normal.
Jason went to film school in Chicago, and I studied political science because I feel that if you're going into a career in politics, you should study something that has something to do with that area of expertise.
It's hard to tell. I mean, we were 14 and 15. Not only were we learning about entertainment, we were learning about ourselves.
I loved my political science courses.
You know, maybe there was something, you know, vaguely in the ether.
Jason had his thing. You know, he had Chicago.
But I'd like to think that it was more of a just, you work closely with someone, sometimes things get a little, you know, interesting.
Well, in 2003 was when Jason started his presidential campaign.
Something about Jason just, I believe actually he can make it all the way. He's got like that passion for the presidency that I haven't seen since Walter Mondale, mid-'80s, or Mike Dukakis.
He felt necessary to just begin it on his own steam.
We were living the dream, like, you know, we were finishing school and we had this project, you know, just kind of fall in our lap.
I met Jason through Chad. I was working on the Reach Around DC project.
Before I met Jason, you know, I'd found this group called Reach Around DC. They circumvented the government from intruding into the everyday lives of people. You know, trying to help those people not be intruded upon.
Chad came with this idea for the film, just covering it. We thought it was amazing.
I come from a pretty well-off family. I mean, I don't like to rely on them for the most part. I do. It just happens, but I don't want to.
We were just buried in student loans.
My parents, of course, the creators of Mustard Inc. Delicious mustard. It has a little bit of a honey taste. It's not honey mustard itself, but it's got that sweetness that's just enough that you can put on hot dogs and enjoy that.
July 4th was coming up and I realized, you know, this is a momentous occasion. This is great.
I really believed in Jason Klom. I really wanted him to make it all the way, and that is why my parents helped out.
These movies aren't free. They cost money. There's tape stock, there's lights, there's
our paychecks.
There's gas.
There's other people's paychecks. talented people.
We got to rally together for Jason to show him what he is capable of.
I thought it'd be a great opportunity to get some footage, see him really connecting with the people.
I mean, it was hard to make 11 people look like 25 people.
I had to get on the phone, and I brought 3 people myself. Who does that?
I remember just sort of like grabbing people, hey, you want to go to a political rally? And they would say no.
Yeah.
And then you would just ask the next person.
You know, the fireworks are for 4th of July, not for... So, you know, it's just... I think it was definitely a good experience, and I think he learned how to talk to people.
I had already actually comprised my own really superb team from the mayoral campaign that I'd been working on. I've been working with L.B. Barker.
Here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where I'm trying to make sure that Stuart Smalley is the next senator from this state. Do you have any intention of paying me? No, of course not. What do artists know about having any money? I am trying to save this state from Al Franken. Want to here? Send me a camera. Don't ever bother me again, especially if it's about Jason Klamm.
Future voters, you guys going to be voting in 2020? I'm running in 2020 and 2016. Nice to meet you.
When it first started off, it was just basically Chad and me. We, you know, we did pretty well. Like within the first 2 days, at least 7 people knew who Jason Klamm was.
People really were responding to him. I hadn't seen that part of him since elementary school.
At the same time, though, Chad, he put a Craigslist ad out for other campaign managers, you know, experienced ones, people who were veterans in the field. We got actual veterans, though, war veterans to be precise. They were just awful.
How'd you like the speech?
You know.
You think you might vote for me? Who? Me. I'm Jason. Jason Klamm. Klamm. Would you like a shirt?
I was so sympathetic. Well, I would have been if he had called me and told me.
Change? Have any? Just $2. Oh, we don't have any change, but how's about change in progress? If I give you $2 worth of progress.
No thanks.
You guys, we've only got the one shirt.
I'm sure that was a rough time for him. Granted, I didn't really know about it until afterwards because he didn't tell me until after it happened.
We reached out to someone who had experience in this, a campaign manager, Rebecca Luciano.
In order for me to get to know you, you guys need to get to know me. So what do you want to know?
Do you support my lesbian rights?
Do I ever? That's a very good question. I do support your lesbian rights. I think it's every gay person's right to be gay. You.
Who the hell are you? Democrat, Republican, Green Party?
I'm my own party. I don't think I need to be labeled. I think you understand that. Come on, buddy, you got the hat turned backwards. You know what it's like to be categorized. Am I wrong? Huh?
Do you think that Martha Washington was a slave to her president?
That's a very, very good question. I believe she was white.
I mean, I remember thinking at the time, can this guy carry a documentary?
And I was just like, can this guy carry a camera bag?
Do you have any questions?
I want to know how you feel about statutory rape.
As a concept?
Then he could.
The camera bag.
What about Roe versus Wade?
Well, that's a very important case. You know what? I agree with that decision. So yes, you know what? I'm for abortion. I understand your concerns. It's how can I make that decision? I can't make that decision about another woman's body, and she can't make that decision about mine.
So then, are you supporting abortion or are you against it?
Women were not his forte.
Abortion only happens because a woman gets pregnant. Am I wrong? How do we solve that? We outlaw menstruation.
I'm not gonna say, you know, that he didn't understand women. I'm just saying that he didn't know how they worked.
How do you plan to outlaw menstruation?
I'll be the president.
There are certain aspects of the female mind, body, personality that he just never quite got a grasp on.
I'll make a law, I'll run it through the House and the Senate, and we'll have a law that outlaws menstruation. I mean, hey, I don't like it any more than you do that you gotta be cranky every every couple of weeks.
Excuse me?
I'm not saying you're correct.
Oh, she is.
Even when we were with Alex, they would wrestle, and then he'd have to excuse himself. I don't know if that was because he was hurt, because he was crying.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
How do you put it out, boss?
All right, question time's over. Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Hi.
I was just listening to your speech back there, and I was really liking what you were saying, and I was wondering, do you have a T-shirt or buttons or anything?
Sure, guys. We unfortunately go to the website, and we've got plenty up there. Unfortunately, we don't have.
We don't have any T-shirts.
Don't have any.
Right now. I'm sorry. Okay, well,
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I need to talk to you. Can I have the phone? I'm gonna make
I
one
don't
phone
know if
call.
Okay. Just do it.
This isn't working. Can you borrow theirs? Can you borrow theirs?
Thanks, man.
Relax. Relax.
Rebecca thought it'd be a good idea to bring in someone she's worked with before, who's had experience. So she called in L.B. Barker.
Put it on the floor and get out. Get out now. Yes, hello. Oh, are you assholes so poor that you can't afford an HD camera? Have you even heard of HD? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. You are going to be my charity case. I'm going to do it because not only am I a decent person, but eventually, you know, this job will end. Senator Coleman will regain his rightful place in the United States Senate, so I will do your little student film.
This tie costs more than you make in a year, so just get it right. I met Alex in upstate New York, where Jason's originally from. Now, if New York City is a cesspool of crime and filth and whores, I guess upstate New York would be the outhouse.
He had a lot of contacts with a gentleman named Lucius Masters.
Politics is, of course, networking. Someone who knows you, respects your work, brings you in.
He's the heir to the Phyllis Masters fortune. They're a conglomerate. They make homes for the poor, affordable food. Whenever anyone's in need, they have cigarettes, pharmaceuticals.
We dedicated a scholarship to him in hopes that he could continue his education, his training, his discovery of this great country of ours, because we think he could very well one day be one of the future leaders of America.
If anyone could turn the Clom campaign around and make it a player on the national scene, it would be myself.
Like all politicians, I want to better the country. Like all politicians, I care about the environment. But unlike all politicians, I have a plan. I have plans to change the environment. Ideally, the rest of the country would already look like this spot right here looks. This is ideal to raise a child in. And it's ideal for my new program called Computers for Computers. What we do with Computers for Computers is we take your old computers, your useless computers, nobody needs them. We take them to our CFC centers around the country, and we'll break them down, we'll melt down the parts, and we'll create a brand new computer. So that way we don't have any old computers left, we've got new computers for the children. It's learning, it's good for the environment, and it's good for the country.
People didn't really know who he was or, you know, what he's about, so that's why I thought it would be good to call in his best friend Dan. Well, I wouldn't call him his best friend. I mean, he just knew him longer than I did, that's all.
Well, we saw the speech today.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Really good.
It was different.
In a raw way. Different. Really good. Potential is there.
Definitely a lot of potential.
Absolutely.
Definitely a lot of potential.
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot of room for growth.
Yes. Potential for great things is there. It was good. I mean, it was raw. You know, you don't want to be too polished and rehearsed.
Right.
And have ideas.
It's rough now. It's rough now. But we're just starting.
Right. You got to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it's like a piece of wood. You know, you get a piece of wood and
you sand it down.
You sand it down.
Make it smooth.
Yeah. Like a carpenter.
We're making a chair.
We're making a chair. Jason's that hunk of raw wood. And we're going to mold him and shape him and chop him up and make him into that image that we see of that chair.
The original carpenters have made a great shape. We just need to smooth it.
Yeah,
the details.
The original campaign team, boy, they're great people.
They know what they want.
Exactly.
And they are going for it all barrels.
Boy, they're go-getters.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
What they've done.
It's amazing how far enthusiasm will carry you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of heart.
You gotta have
looks
heart in
great.
this business. You gotta have heart in this business. It's a good thing. It's good.
It felt, for being a crowd, very one-on-one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great how that girl felt like the need to come up to him.
Yeah. The way that she came up and talked to him, I was amazed.
Yeah. You don't see that anymore.
No.
You don't see that anymore. People are too intimidated.
Definitely.
Jason's got a real welcoming sense to him. He invites the common man to him.
Some change in the future.
Changes will be made. Positive changes
Very
for the
positive.
future.
I see a lot of positive changes in the future.
Definitely.
We've sent these important people into important states to start the campaign there.
You sent them away?
No. They volunteered to do this. Didn't they volunteer?
It was their complete idea.
I guess he felt it was really important. Evansville was what we like to call it, a swing town.
For how long?
For the duration of the campaign.
You're kidding.
Well, I mean, they'll be there on, election night when you're winning.
That's right, yeah. They'll be right there.
He dropped me off here, and he knows that I'm capable of doing anything, so he didn't leave me with any resources of any kind.
How do I have a campaign without a team? That doesn't make any...
Well, you do have a team.
Yeah, they're not out of the loop.
No, they're not out of the loop. We are in constant contact with them. We have their cell phones.
I didn't feel good at all. I felt terrible. I think I felt more terrible the fact that Chad still thought we were working on the campaign at this point.
I didn't know exactly what to do with just a Lunchable and a pen. Because, I tried to use the back of it. Like, I opened up the package and I had people write names and addresses on it.
I need a campaign manager and a press liaison. That's how campaign teams are.
You concentrate on what you do, we concentrate on what they're doing.
Right.
And he was still making good on that. He was going around to people saying, hey, look what we got. We got Jason Klamm. Come vote for him. I knew.
You're very weak in these states that they've volunteered to go to. The Rust Belt. Basically Michigan, Illinois, Iowa, Indiana. Right. You're weak. No one knows you there.
I did my best using all of that material, and I got a little hungry, so the Lunchable's gone now.
The farmers, the auto workers.
They are such strong people and they know exactly what you want.
Would you rather have anyone out there than those people who you started this thing with?
I found Local Y and, realized that this was a perfect place. People come here all the time. They're always, looking for motivation, right? So what better to motivate them than to know what Jason's about?
We have your back. We believe in you 100%. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
I still have that pen as a memento of what LB sent me here for.
I can still call them.
Of course.
Well, you sure can, but
it should go through us.
Yeah.
You tell us what to tell them, and we'll tell them.
We don't want you to concentrate on too many things. Concentrate on what you do, and we'll be your liaison to them.
They weren't doing the job, and politics is all about winning. There is no truth in politics. There is only winning. But the truth was that those two morons sucked.
As long as I know that you guys are still behind the same campaign I am.
We are 100% totally with you. Now, we noticed something. Can you tell them?
You need a wife.
Yeah, you need a wife.
What? Are you kidding me?
No.
I can't. I don't have a girlfriend. I've never even had a girlfriend. I've never even kissed a girl. That doesn't work.
Wait a second.
I can't. That's makes me what?
You never even kissed a girl?
I have so much on my mind. Why can't I be a bachelor president?
No.
No.
We have had 2 bachelor presidents, okay? Buchanan sucked. Probably a fag. Chester Alan Arthur snuck whores into the White House.
You don't have to worry about that with me.
People read rags. What about the Sun or the Inquirer? The moment you're near one attractive woman on the cover, President Klamm sleeps with whores. Do you want that?
Yes.
How am I gonna get a wife? I don't have the time.
Well, we've taken the liberty of showing some of your campaign materials to some eligible ladies.
She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These are the stakes. We must learn to love each other, or we must die. I chose to love each other. Audition to be Jason Klom's first lady.
It's like an old-fashioned courtship.
Yeah. But there's a lot of them there. Like, I'm confused. It's not gonna be like a cattle call.
No! No.
LB brings in a new guy, Cash Warwick. He was the one who came up with the idea to hold auditions for Jason to have a first lady. Excuse my language, he was kind of a creep, if you will.
When people see how happy she is with you, holy crap!
Trust this man, he will make you president. I
How is
guarantee
it
it. How are you
going?
doing?
Oh
buddy?
my God,
What's up,
LB,
bro?
it's been forever.
Yeah, hi.
This outfit, it accentuates his face.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
this is so blah, everyone's gonna look right here. It shows you're human. It's good.
It's good.
They're gonna like that. The wives are gonna look at you and say, man, I can't wait to be connected with this human. Bullet, can you...
Yes, sir.
Alright.
She's queen. What would your social action be as first lady, like literacy and drugs and all that shit?
It's really important to let the children be exposed to everything that's out there. We should start having pornography in those school libraries.
Wow.
That's an important issue.
Yeah.
That's, you know.
That's good.
Yeah.
What do you think of America?
Oh.
That's okay, you can answer that later. What's your talent?
I can protect you from anybody.
Target, do you want to?
Impressive.
That's nice.
It was my idea, actually, originally, to bring in the agents for him, because I knew this stuff was going to get dangerous.
People look at him, see he has bodyguards, obviously then that must mean he's in danger.
My original idea was to have agents hired that used to be in the armed forces.
And if he's in danger, then what he says is controversial.
Due to time and money constraints, we just ended up putting ads in gun and car magazines.
What he says is controversial, it's important, and you have to listen.
You wrote for the New York Times, so you can sing. That actually wasn't too bad.
No, not too bad. So you went to Yale. What is Yale's mascot's name?
His name is Pete.
Yeah. His name is Handsome Dan the Bulldog.
That's...
Handsome Dan.
Oh, I dated Handsome Dan.
He's a real dog, not a guy in a suit. It's a real dog. She just said she dated a bulldog.
Did you maybe punch this up a little? So you were part of a NASA space launch is what you're telling me.
You probably don't remember my name because I used a different name. Misty Goldberg.
You're Misty Goldberg, the Jewish porn star?
No, the head of NASA. Are you telling me to go?
Oh no, we're just saying please leave. I think though we can put a little cabinet, full of whiskey and stuff right there.
That is for my
that's a good
books.
Yeah, and you know what's great when you're reading is drinking.
Eventually.
Drinking is really good for reading.
One of the strategies was to keep all books away from Jason. I mean, any book.
Not only books, but I mean, I've been accused of being an overachiever. I also took out magazines and newspapers. Anything that even closely resembled a book.
I assure you, I'm not carrying anything the good Lord didn't bless me with. That man needs nothing but a good home-cooked meal.
You know, so many women these days don't cook or anything. It's so annoying.
I bake pies, I bake bread, I bake anything you want.
I need a woman who's gonna run the country alongside me.
Whoa!
Whoa.
You gotta be thinking about people and not words. How many times do I have to tell you that? People vote you. Words don't vote you.
Despite your blackness, I find you very impressive today.
Excuse me? Is it supposed to be for no-colored people? Is that it? I didn't say anything on the door that said no-colored land.
He didn't say...
I said despite your lack of long dress. You're on the top of our list.
Wow. She was pretty good.
I like her.
Here's our first one.
That's the best.
Woo!
President, we'll see you now.
He's not the president yet.
Hey.
Just practicing.
Thank you. What is this?
That would be a pen.
That could be used to light a bomb.
Bombs aren't lit anymore.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't go off, Ted.
You don't mind, right?
Oh,
No, that's fine.
Tobacco industry is the backbone of America. You remember that.
It's important.
I was recruited into the CIA, and I did not finish my training.
Did you manage to hit the target when you were drunk?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good enough for me.
And the rockets ring glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night.
That flag was still there.
That our flag was still there.
Define patriotism.
Love, God, and country. Objectivity. and fighting to the death for freedom in this country and abroad.
I sort of liked her. Yeah. I like aggressive women. Me too.
All right, so we're agreed god awful then.
Can I take that cell phone?
No.
It says here you're from Compton.
Yeah, from Compton.
It's in California.
And the problem is, we could do this together, me and you. The rest of them bitches out there, talking a lot of shit, this, that, don't mean nothing. You need backup? I got it. Who wants someone to
Gun! We have a gun! Oh my god! Oh! Yes, I know it's a gun, Doug. Thank you.
Step back, man.
I'm impressed.
I'm very impressed.
Okay.
How about this? Are we clear? Did we check for a gun, people?
Yeah. I thought you guys were supposed to be scared.
Yes, I know you were scared, Doug.
Where are we?
Hell.
Hold on, Cash.
Sure.
What?
I'm going to need to frisk you.
Okay. Sure. Hi, how are you?
I'm great. I am now.
Jessica Martin.
Yes.
Beautiful name.
Interests include partying and making my president boyfriend happy.
Oh.
Wow.
That's clever. Hold on. I already have a hot boyfriend, but I will totally dump him for the president.
That is great.
I mean, I really thought hard about that one. I really do have a boyfriend, but he's gone in a second for him.
She's got it. You know,
Yeah.
she understands.
President, starving waiter. President, starving waiter.
Which do I choose?
Oh, I don't know.
I guess another microwave pizza.
I brought a ring.
You know,
Wow.
can we schedule this for this weekend?
I have no objection to that.
That is one of my best qualities. Ambition and drive.
That's, you know, you can't, that's genuine.
That's-
You can't fake that.
No. Look
I
at this. Look
try.
at
I
this.
try so hard.
Jason, look at this woman.
My husband.
Intelligent.
Beautiful.
Well-spoken.
Classy.
Charming.
Thank you.
Who's your
I
favorite
tried.
president?
You, of course.
Yes! That was a trick question and you caught it. Let's put them next to each other. I want to see how this looks.
Oh.
I want to see how this looks. Okay, look at this. Slightly taller than her. I like this.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my god. Look at that's a snapshot. Look at that.
That is a portrait.
Which is way more than you'd ever pay
I'm
for a Hallmark
speechless.
card.
I'm speechless.
That's amazing.
You're
Okay,
right, Cash.
cool. And see, and Jason's into it. You can tell.
They thought she was attractive. I guess. I don't know. I guess dumb and boobs. I don't know.
I'm thinking mini skirt type of
Ooh,
wedding
leather
dress thing.
jacket?
Nice.
Yes.
That is gonna
With
look
matching leather
spectacular.
jackets.
I'll book the Stratosphere in Vegas. I'll have you married at the top of the Stratosphere in Vegas.
That's
for the
romantic.
whole world
That
to
is a
see.
headline.
Vegetarian.
Cute. Oh man.
I don't wear leather.
We'll get you fake leather. You're not the last person we're seeing today.
No.
I mean,
Unfortunately.
there's one other person.
Yeah.
You know, the president of the United States should have a bimbo on his arm. What can I say? You know, sometimes testosterone does not make the right choices.
I think we got someone who's super great. I think her name is spelled like this. Jessica. And Jessica, what do you think of this one?
That's what I was thinking.
No need before I finish writing it.
I feel like I'm gonna cry this.
Oh, don't do that. This was great.
Beautiful.
Come on. We know each other too well now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, and you.
It's very nice
I will
meeting you.
see you soon.
Oh, see, he's shy. He gets shy when he really likes someone.
Yeah.
You can tell.
I know.
You see it.
Bye.
Bye, Jessica. You know how there's always been a law of a president can only have 2 terms? We can get 4 or 5 out of her.
One more.
So let's
One more.
let's do the get it done, and then let's go drink.
Send the next
I think
one
we drink
in.
right after this.
After this is done.
When I heard about this, I tipped off my friend Laura to go in there because I thought she would be the perfect fit.
She's clear.
Okay, professional
Oh,
now.
sorry.
Professional.
Sorry.
Here we go.
Hi.
Alright.
So
Wait.
Bad letter.
nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Librarian.
I'm actually yes.
The librarian, I don't remember. Did she audition to be one of the wives?
I'm not an actress, really.
You're joking.
That's funny.
Yes.
Oh.
No, no,
That's
no.
fine. That's good.
She's an educator.
Yeah.
She's an
Oh,
educator.
good school. She went to Washington University in St. Louis. Yeah, good school. My mom went there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my mom is boring, but yeah. The whole reading thing's been done. It's been done to death.
You know,
Illiteracy.
it's an old car.
Reading.
I don't think you can ever.
Boring.
Not that I know I could be his wife. I really want to just
have the opportunity to get to know you and talk about
Aw.
the country and the state it's in.
That's sweet.
I like to read to children.
Okay,
Thanks.
that's fine. That's
Thanks.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We'll see you in the bookmobile.
Bye. Bookmobile.
Oh. I'm a librarian. I'm really happy.
That stool is more exciting.
I know!
She fell out of the boring tree and hit every branch on the way down.
And each branch was amazingly boring.
What did that say?
I have to go use the restroom now. Well, the day is over.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're free to go, Jason.
Yeah.
That's great.
And they didn't choose her.
Let me see your application.
That was
oh no.
God.
Can she read this? Oh!
Nice.
Can we find this in a book? Alright, booze time.
Booze time.
It was just a mistake. It was a travesty. It was a circus. That definitely, if I could have gone back and done something differently, we would have not done that.
I think the only aspect I liked about it was that I got to decide how she dressed. And that was good. You know, I was able, not only was I figuring out what he was wearing, but I was figuring out what she was wearing. And I think that helped me with my, number female one line at Standard Outfitters.
Yeah, that went brilliant.
Whoa, 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 it's me, it's merchandise. I was an aide on the former Jason Klum presidential campaign. And now I'm in Chicago. I'm here with Cash, and we have he has a used car lot, and that is what we're doing with our lives now.
If any reporter asks you a question that's over 10 words, just move on. You don't need that.
Just say next.
Next.
Point at the next person.
Simple word.
They all want you to pay attention to them, so they don't care if some other person's question isn't answered.
Okay.
Just point at the next person.
Okay. They're
sheep.
boys. They're sheep.
They're sheep.
Clawing after you, and each one wants a question.
We met on Jason's campaign, actually. Oh. Hi, honey. No, it's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. Hey. Well, I'm actually in the middle of the interview that I told you about, and they would love to have you.
Mr. Klum, I have a really dumb question, blah, blah, blah. Next. Great, I love it. It's awesome.
Powerful.
We're going to outlaw menstruation. That's all I've got. I mean, I don't have any.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
It's an important issue, and you addressed it forcefully.
Should I?
You stuck to your guns.
Move on to the environment?
Yes, move on.
To the environment?
Environment.
Or guns?
Well, no, I'm not upset with you. You're upset with me. Well, I don't know why you're upset with me. I mean, we just started the interview right now, and I hadn't even said anything. I was just, well, I don't know who. No, that's not true. Yeah, I said your name because this is your car lot.
Short breath.
Okay.
Nice. Mr. Klum, what is your stance on the Clean Air Act?
Yeah, think about it like you're thinking. Well, the Clean Air Act is a very important act. We've decided, my campaign team and I, that we'd like to erect a giant air filter. We're going to find the center point of every state in the union and erect a giant air filter there, and possibly put a dome.
How do you change the filters?
We'd have a team. Next. Yes! Damn it, that was powerful. That's the type of next that's going to get you elected. The public looks at glasses as being weak. They're idiots.
I tried the contact lenses. They made my eyes
I
dry.
know they made them dry. It's okay. I'm saying that the public are stupid. I know that glasses mean smarts. But the public doesn't know that.
I'm smart.
Yeah. But to the public, you're not with those glasses.
Of course you're smart. Glasses indicate intelligence.
It's nothing against you. It's getting him elected. You know, in your heart.
Lose the glasses.
You know
Fine.
in your heart.
Fine. Lose the glasses.
It's okay. We'll get drunk.
George Washington wore glasses.
Yes, but that was in 1790s. People were more into that. I mean, look at Ben Franklin. He was in friggin' Congress forever, right?
And he wore glasses.
I know.
He invented bifocals.
I know, but that was 1790. Everybody's like, it's the kids and the music, and now, ooh, glasses, yuck, you know? I didn't make the rules.
All right.
You know?
I see your point. I can see. Okay.
Your eyes are laser beams. Look at me like you're shooting through me. I want to see it. Look at me like you're shooting through me. It's like
Take off your glasses!
Yes! It's like Star Wars. You're shooting me. Oh no!
It's like Superman's heat vision.
I'm melting. melting.
You're burning a hole in his forehead. You're lobotomizing the part of his brain that asks you stupid questions.
Boom, and the brain melts.
Doing.
You're melting her head. Next.
Good.
Oh my God, yes.
You're smoking.
Is it hot in here or is it just you? I think it's you.
It's beautiful.
I don't think it's the heat.
So
Though it
Andre-
is a little hot in here.
Okay. Mr. Klum, what do you think of school vouchers?
That one hits you hard.
Well, yes. School vouchers are very important. And I think everyone should go to school.
Good answer.
Yes.
Equal
I'm
opportunity
convinced.
education. You gotta love it.
Right?
You gotta
And
love
you
it.
know, it's such confidence too. I literally felt like, my God, my kids. I never intend to have kids because I hate them, but my kids, they'll be going to the best high schools ever, and they're taken care of. Their college is paid. I don't even question it.
People
What
love that
is
children
this?
is the future stuff.
See, Doug even agrees with me.
Based upon your relationship with women, do you feel that you are a good candidate for women's rights?
Next.
How do you plan on changing all those air filters
Next.
that are going to be out there? Do you know that you got the date for Pearl Harbor wrong?
Yes.
Why? Can you explain that to me?
Next.
Okay. Where do you stand on today's issues? Do you feel that you're more steadfast and true, or are you
Next.
a flip-flopper? Mr. Clem, may I remind you that I'm the only
Next.
press agent here.
Next.
I think Jason's real magic, and if we had just been able to harness this power, I think a little better, was that he could pander to both sides, and he didn't even realize it.
He was a decent public speaker. I mean, he definitely could get in front of people and say things, and he did that a lot. And I just, I got him going and just put him out there, and let him be himself. And, if it ever led to people saying that he was flip-flopping, he'd get the hell out of there.
Human rights.
Human rights, or is it the animal rights? Is it
Well,
animal
it's
rights?
it's like one word, so
Humans
if it's
and animals
human,
are the same thing.
No.
They're mammals.
No, because you've got to know what your audience is.
He knows what his audience is. It's human rights. Trust me, I
Yeah,
prepped
it's
you for
human.
this last
It's
night.
human. You know that thing you do, that thing when you can't think of what to say? I don't want you to do that because this has got to be good for editing. You're about to do it, and that's exactly what you don't want to do. They want the good stuff.
So be very clear.
Concise.
When I
Keep
speak.
it simple. Because, the people are simple.
Yeah,
Right.
they want to get a good soundbite. They want the good stuff. They're going to edit out the bull
Something
and
big.
keep the good things.
I
Now
love
remember,
that.
you're talking to people about things that Phyllis Masters does. Food,
medicine.
homes.
Homes. They build homes. They've built a lot of them.
These are things that the poor care about. And when you act like you care about the poor, the voters will care about
Yeah,
you.
the poor ones anyways.
Well, those sensitive liberal types.
I do care
Oh,
about
yeah,
the poor.
yeah.
I do care about the poor.
Oh yeah,
So
see, well that's what's
we've
even
got-
better. Genuine is hard to fake, but I mean like genuine.
See,
is what
that's the
people are
truth
looking
from
for.
the heart there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cares.
Oh my God.
He
You know
cares.
what? Let's make some buttons out of
That's-
that, Rebecca.
yeah,
Let's get some buttons
yeah.
that say that.
Buttons.
Phyllis Masters donates hundreds of thousands of dollars to charities every year that help the poor, the hungry, the sick, the needy.
You know how much $100,000 is? It's a lot of friggin' money to a poor person.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Are those elephants on your tongue?
The elephant is a symbol of power and glory, going all the way back
Prestige.
to the days of Carthage. The elephant nearly conquered Rome. You are conquering Rome. You are a commander.
So is it animal rights or human
It's human rights!
Okay.
Sound bites. Say something that sounds good. You don't have
Phyllis
to actually think it.
Masters is a family company.
Beautiful.
You know what? Pull it from the gut.
Phyllis Masters is a family company.
Oh my God.
That's it.
I voted for you just now.
Once you're up there, just remember to look into the camera sometimes and everything that they're saying, but just don't worry about all that. Come from your
Exactly, and don't say something stupid. All right, we're ready to go then, huh?
Okay.
He knows he's going to the bathroom. The auditorium's the other way, Jason.
Oh, Jason.
Jason, the auditorium's, we came out of it that way. No, it's fine. No, use that. Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. You didn't go in the wrong door. The wrong door was in your way.
And then he got shot at.
The assassination attempts, I think, were just a coup.
There were some disagreements that happened to get a little bloody. Yeah.
You can't get any more legitimate than someone actually trying to kill you.
His campaign team, they came together. They actually got him to speak in front of 1,000 people for this charitable foundation, Homes for the Less. There was a big turnout. I mean, this was huge for Jason. And as he was coming out, though, Jessica, the woman who was cast as his first lady, she did not show up.
Okay. You don't have a wife. You never did.
Never had a wife.
Never had a wife. Who's saying wife? I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear wife.
Nope.
Phyllis Masters is a family company.
God, he took the words right out of my mouth and put them into yours.
Phyllis Masters has been making fine quality products for generations.
You sit on their chairs. You eat their food every day.
They're on your family's table at dinner.
They're part of the family. They are a family member. They're your father.
Don't they make cigarettes?
What?
That is
like
5% of their business.
5%?
5%.
You know how big that is on a pie chart? It's like this big a slice.
Of course they had to start out with cigarettes when they first came here, like in the 1600s, when they were making tobacco in Virginia.
The Pilgrims
What else did
smoked
they do?
everything then. Just think of family. Think of their food. There's no chemicals in there. Ever has them.
What is it?
What?
So I tipped off Laura, who they passed over the first time, which they shouldn't have, and she showed up.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Let's have a big round of applause.
It was such a beautiful, beautiful moment.
Jason Flam
We talked
and his
about that.
fiancée Jessica Martin.
This is not.
This is not
part of our agenda.
This is not.
This is
Now,
not.
you're telling me.
I'm sorry. You're a lovely woman. Like you some more.
Let's go over here.
Yeah. You look great.
We specifically said
Very nice.
in here, so I think you misheard.
No. Wait a minute. Where are you going? Where?
Somebody took another shot.
That was the one where I got hit, actually. Cash just didn't. He couldn't go on with it anymore.
It hit her locket, so she was safe. Thank God. But the shrapnel killed another agent. We're gonna miss poor. I can't remember his name either.
Obviously, there was something really dangerous going on, and he had to take action.
Cash had to, take a leave of absence and take care of her. So I assumed his duty as campaign manager.
Press was actually starting to get a little more involved with it.
Strangely enough, I was not promoted up. To be honest, I was the campaign manager for all intents and purposes. I should have had the title.
That fell on my shoulders. It was a burden I took on proudly, and that I did my best at, although I'm no Cash.
The personality of the campaign was lost. It became a lot more about just, the appearance and, what you look like, and a lot less about what you're saying.
Jason seemed very distracted. I don't know what was going on, but he seemed really distracted, and I don't know if it's because I was not put in the position of campaign manager, but we did not converse the way we used to in elementary school.
You're speaking to that farmers group, the American Farming Futures?
Future Farmers of America.
What's that farmers group Jason's speaking to next week?
Farming for America's Future.
The point is, you need to pick out what you're going to wear. Now, we have come to the decision that one of these two shirts would be best for speaking to that group.
Which one am I wearing?
Well, you tell us.
Yeah. Alex and I really value your opinion on this, so you let us know. What shirt would you like to wear? You get in there good.
Go with that one. I like that one. It's really nice.
Explain it to me.
All right. Look at the shirt.
Looking at it.
What do you see?
A shirt with buttons. It's blue.
It's charcoal.
It's charcoal.
Charcoal. Okay.
Charcoal.
Okay.
Now, what do you think of when you think of charcoal?
Barbecues.
No, strip mining.
Yes, strip mining, coal, fossil fuels.
I want to be able to relate to them, and this makes me comfortable, and if I'm comfortable, I'm going to speak naturally, which is difficult.
It's not about comfort. Do you think the people at the Oscars are comfortable? You think that double-sided tape is nice to have on your breasts?
I don't
don't know.
You know, sometimes you have to sacrifice comfort for the greater good.
I think maybe also should gray his hair too.
Yeah, maybe graying the hair, would that add dignity?
Yes.
Dignity.
We should go for the one on the left.
I agree. The one on the... Wait a minute.
What?
Which left?
Jason's left.
Jason's left.
Right.
I don't.
That's this one.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is the one you want. Look at that. Horizons. Horizons. Futures. America's farming futures.
And allergies. I'm gonna itch and possibly sneeze, maybe vomit. I don't know. I think they'd be more comfortable if I was
vomiting,
speaking instead of vomiting.
Just trust her when she says to wear the shirt on the left.
Yes, we're on the left.
That's right.
Exactly.
Look, you know what? I'm not comfortable with him consulting on the phone. Why don't you guys get together, come back later, and then you guys can throw this one.
Hey, Jason's uncomfortable that you're not in the room. He'd like you to be here. And he knows that you're out on the road working hard on his campaign while he's sitting around taking notes.
All right. Look, this is the one you want to wear.
Exactly. Thanks.
I was a production assistant on a documentary back in 2005, I think it was. My God, it's like a million years now. And it was a documentary on a guy, Jordan Klum. I was young, didn't know exactly what to expect from the business as a whole, but you know, I did see an opportunity. Anyway, so it was a documentary with this fellow Jordan. I was able to take, I'm guessing, able to sift through mountains of shit to find this nugget in there, which you know, just these tiny clips, which I managed to put together for a small pilot for Comedy Central.
Want to play corporate big shot and pick the next great Comedy Central show? Now's your chance with Comedy Central's test pilots. These shows make the short list. Now go to ComedyCentral.com and tell us which test pilot is worthy of a development deal. Will this finalist win it all?
Thank God the pilot didn't win. It was painful to watch because it was so damn believable, and I apologize for my language, but
This is it. You know, we dumped it all on here. I mean, I use it now more as a paperweight than anything else.
Are you done?
I'm trying to. People are dead.
Are there any funerals that we could take him to that are flag draped coffins? I just read recently that our last World War I veteran is going to be dead. He's 107 years old.
Okay.
Maybe we can get you to meet him.
Can we meet him before he dies rather than attend his funeral?
Well, he's 107. It might be a close call.
What happens if you say something and then he dies? They'll think you killed him.
Actually, that would be really dramatic. If the guy drops over dead and Jason maybe do you know how to do mouth to mouth or give CPR?
That's what my father teaches for a living. But no, I don't.
Good.
Actually,
There we go.
I don't know how to do it.
Damn it.
What's
Soccer.
wrong with soccer?
Yeah,
Soccer's
soccer.
the biggest sport in the world.
The world, the international world. This is
Right.
America.
If I go over there, shake their hands, I give some autographs or whatever, ask them what's wrong with the country, get their opinions, then I'll be, you know, I'll have a new.
How do you even know they speak English?
Most of them probably aren't even allowed to vote.
What if we rock the vote right here and now? We use one of these things and we get them to sign up for get their voting licenses.
I mean, legally, they probably aren't supposed to be here.
So that's the exact shot we want of you, with illegal immigrants playing a foreign game.
I wanted to just get to know. I could even play. I could just take this off.
No.
Get into my sneakers. I got some sneaks back in my.
No.
And don't call them sneaks. Okay, man?
Good job, buddy.
That was good. It was good.
That was very good. You actually made the.
You're blinding me.
Drink some water. Come on.
Go slow it down. No.
Hold on, let me get my phone. Don't worry about it.
God.
You're not gonna throw up, are you?
I don't know. What's that feel like?
It comes up, and it rides up in your chest, and then it hits your throat, and then it's in the back of your throat, right around above your Adam's apple, and then it comes out, and it fills your mouth, and then it just
It's got kind of an acidic flavor to it.
And if it's going to happen, the best thing to do is face
hot,
away from
burning. Yeah, the good thing to do is turn away and bend over.
There's a can over there.
Yeah, go to the dumpster.
Once you. That's not it. That's not it.
So finally, after, you know, talking to the boys, talking to LB and Dan, we decided to go almost full circle back and have Jason go on the radio and do a speech, totally impromptu, his own words.
Now it's time for Ronnie.
Ronnie! And the D-bag.
Homes for the Less is a program that I've been working on for quite a while. It helps people who are in need with low-income housing, low-income food, and low-income pharmaceuticals. And that's a Phyllis Masters program.
People were just claiming that he was just owned by these corporations, that everything he did was just another pack of cigarettes or another bottle of tobacco-scented shampoo.
You have received massive amounts of money from them, almost as if you've been bought in a way.
No,
as a
no.
politician. Just
no.
His politician.
No. I was told that Ronnie and the D-Bag don't normally ask questions like this, but I will address them.
Well, it's too bad they're not here today to field these questions for you.
Well, the thing was, he wasn't officially a candidate, so any contribution money that was going to his campaign didn't really count.
One of the world's biggest problems is hunger.
Of course.
And if you're the leader of the free world, as I one day hope to be, that's got to be sort of the keystone in your beliefs, in the way you function as a person, in the way you function as a chief executive.
They encouraged him to pledge to help end world hunger.
By the end of my second term, whether 2024 or 2028, I plan to end world hunger.
Imagine the kind of power that would come from a statement like that. Imagine if you said, I believe we can cure cancer by the end of my term. Imagine if a president said something like that. This is what Jason was going to do. He was going to make a bold declaration.
Dropping food on countries, whether they can handle it or not, whether they want it or not. It's, what, I call it meal building.
He was losing his focus. I think he was starting to feel like he was selling himself out, which was not true. He was being bought.
We know that there are countries out there that hate our food. And that's fine. But at some point, they're going to have to accept that our food is good for them. And we're going to give them our food. And, they can choose to take it or leave it. But, if you want to live, if you want to survive, if you don't want to starve, you need to take our food.
For Jason to be successful, he really has to know as little as possible. He's just got to go out there and be himself. He's just got to go out there and not know anything. And I think that was what was unfortunate. I think maybe it was our fault, really. We made the mistake of telling him things.
Kind of like feeding a baby.
Yeah, the world is like a baby. And America, if not America, at least the president of America is like a mother. And I have no problem breastfeeding in front of the entire world.
I think it was more of a teamwork thing. He was working with them to end world hunger, and they just wanted everyone to know.
Clearly, some of the times the wrong people are getting guns.
Of course.
There's no way to guarantee, we do background checks, we do 5-day waiting periods. Those are all good, and those are a good start. But even still, sometimes there are crimes of passion. People go wrong. Children get a hold of guns. We want to take out that margin of error. So what we're proposing is a lottery system.
Issues can be taught. Personality, you're born with.
I don't think it's very forward-thinking to say that media causes violence. Many people forget to think and realize that often violence causes media. We wouldn't have much of our media today if it wasn't for violence. So, really, radio, film, TV, we all have violence to thank for that.
I think that really is the ultimate question, Put aside the corporations, put aside the money, put aside the bodyguards, put aside the talking points and the cards and everything. Would he make a good president? I don't think he would be a bad president.
If children, teenagers, young people weren't so violent in the first place, artists, namely video game designers, would not feel the necessity to reflect that violence. If this was a happy world, we'd have happy media.
If he was the president, I think things would be different.
Gosh forbid there's another criminal act committed that is linked somehow to video games. They say that video games have caused. My proposal, my campaign team's proposal, is to treat it with immersion therapy. just as when you're a kid, if you sneak a cigarette and you have a good parent, your parent catches you, they make you smoke the whole pack. A kid commits a crime because they've just played a video game. Give them a gun.
He's not a genius at all, but he's definitely not dumb.
They'll be scared. No kid wants to hold a gun. You know, they're very heavy, they're cold, they're frightening. The kid will immediately put it down. Yeah, we think that that will be effective.
All right, well, possibly more from Jason Klum after this commercial break.
Thank you so much, Angela.
Everyone found something wrong with what he said, and it just, they ate him alive.
That is when the incident on the radio happened with Mr. Franken and Miss Coulter.
That radio speech he gave kind of got a not so warm reaction. He then sort of heard that not so warm reaction.
How that leak got through to him, I don't know.
If we're going to have hate speech, I just as soon not have it be directed at Americans. But he is a total fact.
He didn't. Don't talk over each other. This is when we start talking about what's true and what isn't. And I'm sure that he's Hitler. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Hitler. Fact. 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 Hitler.
There are no accidents in politics. If something happens in politics, you can be damn sure because someone planned it that way. Someone in the Coleman campaign knew how pissed off that made me. So yeah, they contacted me, and now I'm here.
And I think that caused him to think about the entire campaign and, you know, make a decision that maybe this wasn't worth pursuing after all.
Define quit for me.
He just needs someone with common sense who can take that amazing passion he has and just turn it into something more tangible.
Like, he needed a vacation. Where is he now?
I'm willing now to be friends with him again. I mean, we had a falling out, and it was a rough time, but I think we can put that behind us. I mean, we spent our childhoods together. I think that's more important.
He's disappeared. So, you know, you never know. He could be on an excursion to find himself. Maybe that's what he needed to do. He needed to go to the Amazon or something. I mean, that's what people do, right? They go to the Amazon or like a Buddhist temple and they find themselves. So maybe that's what he had to do, and he'll come back stronger.
They both have that passion that I love in people, that I want to follow. And hold on a second. Hold on a second. I got a call. I got a new cell phone too, so. Hello? Hey, is it Chad? Is this Chad? Oh my God, it is?
In my personal life, I've made a lot of strides. I've got, this little boutique thing going on, but I just feel like, we could have done something if we had, really tried.
I think everything happens for a reason, and I'm back in New York. Got this great place, and I'm excited. I mean, I am so excited. I feel like I learned so much. I feel like my guy's gonna win this time, and I'm ready. I mean, this is just a step. It's just gonna be upon another step, upon another step. I'm going up that stairwell.
I think that's the worst thing, is that we barely have any words since then.
I don't have his passion in the same way. I've got the common sense. He's got the passion. That's the meld.
Yeah, I'm here for him whenever, but I'm not gonna force him to be my friend. That's not how it works.
He believes in people. He believes that people are good, and he just is so idealistic.
How do you feel about it?
They're there. People are there.
I still, to this day, don't understand what his policies were.
Yeah, if you could get us maybe a printout, we could, I don't know.
If you want us to read back his policies, just get us a printout.
2004,
was a very important year. It was momentous for politics, and it was critical in my development as a person. That year, I began my presidential campaign for the years 2020 and 2016, respectively. 4 years later, that campaign ended. This is the story not just of one person. It's the story not of an entire country. It's not the story of one particular group. It's not the story of many groups. It's the story of all of these together. It's also the story of none of them. It's also the story of one of them. That one is you.
A one-man show? What was he? He didn't go back into filmmaking, did he?
Yes, Jason wrote a pamphlet when he was, early on called Looking Forward.
I was instructed to burn it.
It wasn't necessary to move forward with the campaign, so that pamphlet, I believe, just got shredded or something.
Do you have one? Because I've not heard of that.
I think he threw it away somewhere. The work he put into this. Listen to this. He finished it. Oh my God. That's great. That is fucking great.
Even if he did, I don't think I'd be able to leave all this. It's a big company, you know. I've got labradoodles at home. This is new.
I have never been more proud of Jason Clum than I am now.
Oh no. Oh no. Where did he get that picture?
Where'd you get this? Is this a real book? I mean, is this something that's been published, or is...
How many of these have been printed?
Really new.
I'm sorry?
Okay, so it hasn't actually gotten out anywhere yet?
Like, I have to go.
I think that's great that he really felt it in his... that it was important for him to find it important that he put his words in print. I think that was a really... Do you have some other questions for me?
Though I would never condone physical violence on the homeless themselves, I am a firm believer in the effectiveness of figurative aggression.
I'll think about it.
Please tell me it's true. You're not fooling me, are you? Because if he is, I got to tell you, he's the only guy I've ever believed in my entire life. I don't even believe in me.
Just at a point of information, who else is Jason bringing back?
Well, of course. I mean, I've been here the whole time. For me, it's never stopped. Why? Yes.
Chad! Chad! We're getting on a plane, buddy. You and me.
Can you send for me a car or something, a bus fare?
We are on it. I don't care that this is voicemail.
I have to call my sponsor. Will I be paid this time?
Oh my God. If sex was as good as this moment, I would be having it all the time.
Jason? Hello? Hello, Jason? Yeah, well, it's Alex. Well, what? Really? Yeah, sure. I think I can be your campaign manager. Yeah, I think I can work that out. Yeah, so let's talk your staff.
You know, my first week here in Minnesota, I'm not humorously inclined, but I came up with this little joke. What's the difference between the Florida recount and the Minnesota recount?
I don't know.
The Florida recount actually mattered.
Tim will have to keep track of the place for a while. I've got somewhere important to be. I'm going to be flying out this weekend. Tim can keep track of the place. He's been my number 2 guy for a few years now. He knows how the place works. Maybe I'll let him pick out some of his own stuff this time. You know, maybe I'll let him make some choices.
I forgot I don't have a license. Got revoked DUI thing. Gotta figure something out.
What Jason needs is a grassroots kind of guy. He needs someone who can get in where everybody else is. You know, where the normal upstate New Yorker is. Because, I mean, really, if you think about it, that's what I am. I'm just an upstate New York guy with a fashion shop. What Jason needs now is probably not an advisor. He just needs a friend who advises. I gotta go catch my plane.
Hey, how are you?
Stranger.
Can you just
Here, we'll
Yeah.
use a minute here.
Dan's coming back just to work on my clothes.
Okay.
Just for the clothes.
You know, I know things can't be exactly the same. I think they can be similar.
Some things are going to be very the same.
I think it's better though than it was before.
LB's coming back. He will be
won't fire me.
He will be under you. He does not know this. I'll let you tell him. But you can't disagree. He's good at what he does.
I'll agree with you on that.
just go talk.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry. We just, if you could just shut it off, just go grab a coffee or something. It's kind of a very sensitive time, and I don't think he's ready for cameras. If you guys could all just take a step back.
Like why? Sensitive how?
We're trying to build him up. We want you all back to film, but just not right now.
Can you give us anything? Anything?
At this moment, we're just in the beginning talks of who's coming back, how we're gonna, what the next best course of action is, how we're gonna build this campaign again.
Can we just?
You can come. You can come in when I say it's okay to come in, but for right now, it's just not a good time.
Are we getting paid for this? Is there any more funding left? What what's the situation?
We don't know specifically yet. I'm sure my parents will have no problem getting you guys back on board, but for right now, we can't film. Can't film.
All right, you heard the man.
Go right ahead. All right.
I don't know.
Go on ahead. Hey everybody, welcome to Improv. I'm a one-man improv show. I don't know if you guys have been to any improv. Anybody here been to an improv show before?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. First I want a word. Any word.
Balloons.
Balloons. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now I want the situation.
Car accident.
Oh, balloons in a car accident. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. We'll see. Okay, and now I need a location. Where is this car accident involving balloons?
Beirut.
Bowling alley.
Thank you. Bowling alley?
What happened with the campaign? It's nothing. It's done. It's done.
It was disheartening, to be perfectly honest. We still had money in the coffers, but there was just too much infighting, too much bickering.
What was it, 2 weeks? 2 weeks. And somehow we still managed to lose one of the Secret Service agents.
So here I am, like the captain of the Titanic, and the same morons, the lunatics, are running the asylum, and we're expecting different results? No, it's not going to happen.
Bowling, balloons, car accident. Okay, I'm going to go out this door this time. I'll be right back.
Maybe getting all these strong-minded individuals back into one place was not such the great idea.
Why are you even wasting your time documenting this? I mean, this is like... Look. This is all that's left.
Kyle Frank, that took the footage and claimed it as his own. I've managed to track down Kyle. He's been working in reality TV as well. Our paths crossed, and I was like, hey, I know you. And he was like, hey, I know you. And I was like, you stole my footage. And he was like, well. And I was like, yeah.
Oh. Whoa! There's a car in that lane.
LB was supposed to be under me. He wasn't under me. He just undermined me is what he did. Like, I had no control. And Alex, God bless her, she unfortunately was a woman and nobody would listen to her.
Hey, yeah, I totally want to Instagram it. We same glasses, same color shirts.
Okay,
It's gonna be awesome.
I see it as like, have you ever seen that movie Rudy about the football player at Notre Dame? I kind of see it like that.
All right. Okay. Did you guys have a lot of fun? I don't know if you guys gonna come next week doing another show. Bad?
Yeah, no.
Maybe.
Not really next week.
I don't know if you ever saw the sports movie Hoosiers about a basketball team, both set in Indiana. I kind of see the story being like that, in that it's come from behind, win, victory. He gets back his passion, gets back in the saddle, and runs for president.
All right. So, yeah, gotta just. All right. Yeah. The Black Keys are playing right now down the street.
Way.
Yeah, they're doing a live thing on the roof over there.
Jason. Hi.
Rick. How are you, man? Good. How are you? Caught the show, man. I'm good. this you?
This is me. This is me. Got a question to ask you. What would you think about starting back up the documentary?
You're still working on the movie?
Well, sort of, off and on. I've been, in reality TV the last couple of years.
Okay.
Pool Builders, Jamie Kennedy's World's Biggest Fart, Rental Car, which is about a bakery downtown. Look, let me buy you a drink. We'll talk about it. Don't answer right away. If you want a drink, or we can go to Jack in the Box or Arby's. We'll go from there.
All right. All right, let me lock up. And
all right, cool.
Let's do this. Oh, I'm sorry. Cool.
After we parted ways, I moved to Boise, Idaho. It's kind of a hotbed of political action, and I felt like if I could just get a politically based fashion boutique there, I could make a pretty good nest egg for myself.
My wife has been in a coma for, I want to say it's going on 10 years now. She's showing signs of recovery. One thing about a coma, it's really helped her slim down a little.
New York loves me. I love New York. I'm sort of like what's her face in that show with the 4 women, what's her name? Except I'm sort of all of them.
It's called Threat Level Orange. Yeah, you get it. And you can, find me on Facebook or go to www.twitter.com/threatleveloren. The GE is for savings.
I'm working on a novel. Very exciting. It's a political psychosexual novel about the untimely and mysterious deaths of Secret Service agents.
It's been tough rebuilding what I had before I left. I think my days of the bullet are over. I'm more like a frisbee.
Who wants cup of noodle? Oh wow. What's up with that shirt, man?
Sorry, it's the only one I've got.
Well,
I want to act. I've got my improv show now. I want to make it a little more, fun, get some more people there, whatever. Maybe get another person involved if I have to. This is very nice of you, and thank you for coming to the show. And next time, let me know. I'll get you a ticket. You don't need to pay for it.
You remember Kyle Frank, right?
Yeah, I do.
Let's get you two in a room.
Why? I don't know why. I'm done.
Look.
I'm done with the presidential campaign. I loved it. It meant a lot. It still means a lot to me. I've got my book. All these things are very important to me.
Look,
but I don't have a good reason to run again.
Let's say we get some finishing funds for this and we make this movie. This could be good for both of us. I mean, I can take you out to Shakey's next time instead of Cup of Noodle. Just kind of tough. Let's finish this. Let's get into festivals.
You can get all the footage.
Let me call him right now.
All right.
Whatever the reason, I think he'd still be good. And, if all else fails, he can always fall back on his improv show. We haven't talked in a long time. I follow him in the news. I have a Google alert that just, sends me emails, Jason Klom doing shitty improv show. That's not my opinion. That's what the headline actually said. It was on someone's blog.
Hey.
How are you?
Nice to see you.
It's good to see you.
All right.
So, thank you for taking the time for this. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
You're doing wonderfully. This is great. Yeah, I finally wrote the book. I don't know if you...
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, I wrote this in 2008.
Sorry, did you want water?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm fine. Thank you.
Please continue.
I'm doing a little one-man show, one-man improv show down in Hollywood.
Just tape on the back.
I took off the door. I've only got one copy.
Do you need it back? I'll remember.
Okay. So, really, the footage would be, I don't know if there's a way that you could...
Oh, you mean the footage that I used?
Yeah, we don't have all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I still have.
it technically still belongs to the production company, I think.
What are you guys going to do with it, if you don't mind my asking?
We are finishing the movie now.
The one about that you started?
Yeah, the same one. 8 years ago.
Why are you still doing it? I'm sorry.
I want to finish the campaign, you know, go through with it, and we'll shoot that. And
You're kidding, right?
No.
Then again, why?
I'm so close. 4 years down the line, and I'm going to be eligible. This is not as far away a goal as it was 8 years ago.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to give it to you. I'll have somebody just draw up some papers. It probably won't be a lot. We'll courier them over to you.
Okay.
And if you could just sign those as quick as possible.
Sure.
You know, I'm sure by the time we get it drawn up and over to you and signed and notarized, you know, by then, because the storage unit where we have, you know, it's files upon files.
I bet.
So we'll find it though.
That'd be good. We're gonna have an industry night soon.
That's great.
You know, I have the keys to the theater. I honestly could just open it up whenever. If you have time in an afternoon one day, I could just do a show for you.
I mean, that sounds incredibly enticing.
I will leave this with you.
Please don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, and please. And and which one of my assistants was the one that set this up?
Sean?
Sean.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Please tell him I say hi.
I'll definitely tell him something.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I've established a pretty good life here, and you know, he just needs. I don't know what I could add to his campaign at this point.
That part of my life is behind me. I'm not the same man that I was 8 years ago.
He's just like everyone else, and that's what makes him so potent as a candidate.
How could I come back at this point?
I think sometimes he doesn't think he thinks he's everyone else, and he thinks he needs to be someone else, and that's where things got lost.
Hold on. Come back. No, I'd rather get the clap from my sister.
Oh man.
You know, he needs to find, you know, a core group, a small core group, and really just concentrate on who he is and what his ideas truly are. And he should just start from the ground up.
Too much time and bitterness has consumed me to the point where no. Chad's dead. Did you know that?
There's just a lot of memories that go along with my last experience when I was working on the last campaign, and I just look, I really prefer to let that one lie. Just let it. Do you want some wine?
Get rid of any big ticket people, just raise money on his own, you know, grassroots kind of stuff.
Listen, I think we're gonna have to cut this short. I'm sorry, no more questions. Did you send, Jason, did you send me a camera crew?
There's an old joke in Washington. Where's the most dangerous place in Washington? Between so-and-so and a camera. And that's Jason. He needs to be on camera to be successful.
Hello! Hi! Cautiously optimistic. Supposedly, Cash and LB are not going to be part of the campaign this time.
LB's not coming back?
You know, if he happens to come here, I'll comp him a couple suits.
Yes, they're coming back.
I think he's going to go back to that vision, the simple vision.
I should probably clean up, huh?
That sort of simple grandeur is what we're going for. And so he doesn't look grand. He looks simple, but the grandness is still there.
The best advice I can give Jason, besides, you know, don't be yourself, is don't pander. The voters will tell you what's important.
Yeah, that's funny how as we get older our priorities change. But, you know, what truly defines us as men? The things that we start and then let fizzle out like a Chinese firecracker on Chinese New Year during the Dragon Festival? Or the things that, no matter how difficult it seems, no matter how many obstacles get in our way, no matter how many people and demons come into our lives and try to shut us down, we continue to fight, and we push through, and we persevere. Are those the things that define us?
No lies, no deception, just Jason.
If I knew what the odds were, I probably wouldn't still be doing this. I came out here with passion, and I'm tired of that being treated like it's a bad thing. People want to know where the money's coming from. I try to explain to them that's part of the job. Finding it. Making the campaign work for you. If people can't handle that, then I have no problem weeding out those who just aren't tough enough. What matters is that I keep pushing forward. Some people call that hopeless optimism. I call that optimistic hopelessness. Is that alright?